Welcome back, everybody. This is Brooklyn here. Today we're going to continue our quest to beat Pathfinder Kingmaker. If you recall from our last episode, we were doing a lot of kingdom upgrades as well as getting gifts from our artisans, including our famous potion from Bakken, which we've already used. Amazing. We're still waiting for several of those gifts to chime on in, though. Looking forward to Chemo's masterpiece, the Mirror Bow, as well as, of course, Nazriel's, which is my favorite because it's the longsword I've been waiting for. For those of you who've never played this game before, know that I'm using mods. This is, of course, PC gaming play. Turn-based combat is still not a thing in the game until you actually download a mod, which I have done. Of course, Eldritch Arcana is another one that I love because it gives me a few spells you didn't have access to, as well as traits that were never implemented in the game. It's actually how I've made an undead character as one of my mercenary friends. Now let's actually get back into the game, shall we? We are going to probably be spending most of the day dealing with kingdom management, as well as hopefully the curse. That should put us right at the next chapter, I'm guessing. Again, I've never been this far before, so I don't know off the top of my brain. But from what I understand, this is the end, if you will. So once we do this curse, shortly after that, or before that, or around that time, should be when we take on the big bad, which is Nyrissa, and of course the Pumpkin King, whatever the hell that jackass is called, the Elder God. That's basically torturing her to torture us. We also still have yet to do the Tenebris Steps. We want to finish that off before the game ends, but I think we have time for that. So let's check, of course, here. Just make sure we don't have something that has been dropped off recently. Okay, looking good already. Let's go back to here. Now, what to do, what to do, what to do. Military success. We have an Arcanimirium Sanctuary. This one goes for solving problems with the Warden and Magister. That's nice. That'll take 14 days. And I think we have time to do that. And it's Octavia that needs to be on this one. Not entirely possible that she'll get there. Let's take a look at that. No, not this month. Maybe next month. It says the 6th. The 8th. So we have plenty of time, supposedly. But the downside is at the beginning of every month, these things like to go away. So that could be a problem. And we could have that issue show up on the 7th month here, where it literally says, nope, sorry, you didn't get your opportunity in fast enough, which I think is bullshit because they really shouldn't say this then. They should literally have it for the end of this month, or the beginning, I should say, of next month. And then if you don't, re-offer it. That's fine. But don't make it look like, oh, you have plenty of time when you really don't. One of the bugaboos that I actually have about this particular game. Reg can be leveled up, but again, we could put Reg on something else right now if we wanted. Jubilos can be leveled up, nothing wrong with that idea. Culture could be leveled up, matter of fact, I like that idea too. So let's actually put Reg on this. It'll take 14 days, and that'll still be before the end of the month. Okay, now we're going to rank up. Let's save that. Not Jubilost. Culture. There we go. That'll take us to 7. And you can see our stats are actually looking pretty damn good right about now. He's actually the low man on the totem pole. So, pretty damn nice. Culture. Triumph. Warden spread word that a beauty from a distant land was set to arrive at the capital. He dressed the guards in oriental clothes and placed a sorceress inside the carriage. The gangster tried to rob the caravan, but was easily arrested. The people admired the advisor's sagacity. Nice. -1 to loyalty. That seems weird. +8 to stability. +3 to culture. But again, solid. The only real problem we've been having lately is espionage being a bummer. So we have to think about that. But storyteller as curator. Again, another upgrade for him for something that he wants to do. But again, 20 days is a long commitment. So we're going to hold off on that till the beginning of the month. Kuyuri wants to talk to us, and again, that'll give us another chance to level him up. What else do we got going on here? We have a problem. Ice Cold Wrath, and Ja'ad has the red swatch, which means he would be the worst possible candidate of the 3 to do that. Lindsay is one that we could put on that, and in 6 days we can do so. Here doesn't matter, so put in your favorite person. Here, Ja'ad is the only choice for this one. So again, we'll make sure that he goes on there. Again, Valerie, good enough for me. Put her on that one. Quick save that. Go to the throne room. See what he has to say for himself. Every time you rank up one of your advisors, they want to talk to you, even if it's just to talk to you. Greetings, Your Highness. I wanted to inform you that our efforts to open schools have paid off immensely. The literacy level of your people is growing throughout the kingdom, and there's hardly any family whose children aren't learning to read, write, and count. Thus, I wanted to propose the next step, to open a university in the capital. The influx of learned men and women from all around Avestan will surely be a boon for trade. Our scientists will require books, magic scrolls, alchemical reagents, and potions. Our kingdom's prestige will rise in the eyes of our neighbors. I believe this endeavor will bring nothing but good fortune to our lands. Although many rulers fear the free thinking that breeds in universities, it is well to remember that free thoughts is only ever a threat to tyrants. Yeah, do it. We cannot stop progress, so we must champion it. I order the Treasury to release the necessary funds for the foundation of the Crown's University. That's what we'll call it. -3 to loyalty. That seems weird. Economy +2, relations +2, culture +2. I guess they're not loyal because they're smart now and know better. Seems like a bad idea. But you notice that we get to build the university for free. But of course it costs 200 BP to do this. So is it really free? Not really. This is an investment in spirit itself. It will pay off much sooner than you think, and will continue to bear fruit long after we've all returned to dust. And again, we also have the support the curator's endeavors. That's his next rank up. Any artisans want to talk to me? Give me a gift? Anybody? Anybody? Anyone? Anyone? Yes! Naz, is that you? It is. Redeemer. I think that's another sword that I might like. Hope you appreciate the quality. That's commendable. Piss off. Waiting for them to bring me the perfection weapon. It literally is called perfection. It is an amazing longsword. Oh, well, we'll look at that weapon here in a bit. Curator. Culture +1. Notice his rank up here. So again, we can take him to 7 to 8, which is not the worst idea ever, but we want to make sure that we don't miss out on something here, so be real careful. Lindsay will pop her requirement in 6 days, so if we do another rank up for 7 days, that's actually quite perfect. So let's do so. Who might we rank up? Stability could go up another one. Wouldn't bother me a bit to get it to 8. Economy goes from 8 to 9. Loyalty's busy. Relations are busy. Arcane's busy. Military's busy. And up to a 9 already. Very nice. I think we can get culture up one more time. I really think that's the best way of doing this. Everybody seems to have solid caps for which artisans want you to rank them up. You can find that online. I have that on a piece of paper for myself from finding it online. However, just know that solid choices are usually the rank up level 3 or 4. Rank up 6 or 8 seem to be quite common. So if you get someone to rank 8, chances are you made someone happy. Triumph. The council managed to convince the villagers that they would be much safer under protection of the king. They have sworn fealty and are ready to begin paying taxes within the month. +2 to community, +3 loyalty, +2 economy. Final chance to prepare. This is our curse time. Failure. Oh, nope. It's not our curse time. We have a failure. We're not doing that. We'll pass it. I'm not worried about that. I've been going on my way with all the extra coins that we have to rank people up. I've been going out of my way to make sure people are at least at 50% or higher. So with that, it is literally a coin toss. Worst case scenario. Passed, of course. Triumph again. Final chapter. Success. The genealogist did a meticulous job, and the advisor's wise input made their family tree quite believable. The neighboring monarchs are bound to be more respectful now that they know that they're dealing with the descendant of a 1,000-year-old bloodline. Previous genealogist is willing to provide the king with a forged genealogy. What? I can't believe I didn't read this. Which would trace his line to a famous adventurer and warrior of Taldor. This could increase the king's status among other monarchs. However, it could easily be exposed as a lie. Well, apparently we were successful. Community, relations, and again, more espionage, which we highly appreciate. Oh, damn you, Lindsay. Anyway, here we go. Doing some stuff, and some things, and some things, and some stuff, and we're successful. Triumphant. Final chapter. Success. Triumph. Yeah, Lindsay. Holy Inquisitors of the God of Light, invited by the Grand Diplomat, tracked down the cultists and put them to death with ease. The Inquisitors were so impressed by the kingdom's hospitality that they decided to frequent the local lands and help keep an eye on them. Well, thanks, fellas. Relations +3. And of course, she always has this little trick now, where anytime she passes something with a success or a triumph, she gets a 3 BP. Which is just this, not per week, just every time she does something. Which is kind of cool. Project is complete. Bonus, solving problems with the Warden and the Magister, +1 to their little score. Arcane 7 and Stability 7. Nice. Now we have a rank up, as you can see, the High Priest endeavors, but he's busy doing curse stuff, I believe. No, that's her doing the curse. What's he doing? He's doing Disrupted Harmony. Oh, an opportunity. Okay. Well, first, busy Lindsay. And I'm going to give her a coin. We have plenty. Dakin. He's fine at 80%. Keston. Minister wants to talk to me. Curator wants to talk to me. And then these ones. Okay, so we are good for signing him on that. The reason I didn't click on him immediately because it was an opportunity. And I wanted to make sure he wasn't needed for a problem first. Right. So there we go. So again, quick save all that mess to the throne room. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Well, hello there. Agendio, we interrogated the traitors we discovered in our ranks. They were hired by someone in Daggermark. The enemy is dangerous and covers his tracks well, but I'll find him. We don't know which of the Daggermark elders is our enemy, but they do, and they will willingly betray their own if they can profit in doing so. Daggermark's influence stretches far and wide, and its representatives can be found across the kingdom. We can strike them at any time. If we apply enough pressure, the elders of Daggermark will be forced to reveal our enemy's name. It's if only to stem the loss of blood, though in truth it is not blood but gold that flows in their veins. Ripping open their purses would be even more effective than ripping open their bellies. Going to hunt down Daggermark's agents. Agents -3. Yeah, let's hit them in their fat purses. Dakin nods happily. There is no honor amongst such as these. We take away their meat, and they'll turn on each other like jackals. Economy -3. Support the minister's endeavors. Scouting Glenabon. Sounds good to me. And, well, Curator, good news, Your Highness. The composer has finished work on his opera. Now all he lacks is a venue suitable for a premiere of such consequence. I believe we should help him this time. Not in everything, of course, but if we allow him to set up his stage on the main square, we would allow his opera to gather the audience it deserves without influencing its substance in any way. However, I would advise against funding the production, Your Highness. Theatrics only distract the viewer from the true meaning of what is happening on stage. Main square as he sees, nothing more, nothing less. Sounds good. I shall make the arrangements. Lost 50 BP. That's a drop in the bucket. Support the curator's endeavors again. This is the one time where he literally says, yeah, let's help him out. And I'm cool with that. Now, for those of you that were following this playthrough diligently, and thank you for doing so, know that that arc, there's like 3 parts to that arc, where he comes to the town, he says, don't help him, we didn't. And then he comes to ask for some more help again, because he's running out of money, his own personal money, so he can't continue unless he gets some help. And again, the guy says, turn him down, I did not. And the reason for that is, if you turn him down both times, I believe, he gets sick, because he literally is starving, and he can't keep proper room, so he's like wet all the damn time. So again, it's one of those where he gets ill. He finishes the opera, but he dies before he sees it through, and that's bullshit. I'm not doing that. So by completing at least one of those where we funded him a little bit, we actually got something out of it by making sure the guy succeeded and didn't die in the process of making me my great opera. Just checking here to make sure. Now what did we do? We pick up. We picked up a Redeemer. This is a longsword on fire, +5 longsword, no less. Hot. A holy flaming +5 destructive longsword. What does destructive mean? ×3 on the crit. That's very nice. And, oh, this is very nice. It grants its wielder the ability to cast a transformation spell once a day as 11th level wizard. Now, what does that mean? That means I can literally, for 11 rounds, once a day, I can remove my ability to cast spells, buff my strength, dex, and con, which sadly won't happen because I already have a belt that's better than that. But it'll buff my fortitude saves, and more importantly, it'll buff my base attack bonus, equal to my caster level. So I'm actually caster level 19, or character level 19, so I should have a BAB of 19 if that tracks right. I don't think it's tied to the wizard level here. I think it's tied to your actual personal level. So if this works like it should, I should be able to cast the spell on myself, and my BAB jumps up from probably right now it's at a 14 to a 19. That's a big jump. That's an extra attack around, and that's a really solid chance to hit then. See what I'm saying? This is an amazing upgrade. and it's something that we're definitely putting on the character. Now the question is what to get rid of. So we have, of course, our speed necrotic longsword, and I'm still cool with that one. Longsword +3 can probably go the way of the dodo. This one's way better.
No use for this.
And it looks badass. Look at that thing, man. What? Still not the perfection weapon I'm looking for. And we have our cold iron longsword for a reason. And the unbound blade. Let's actually swap these around. Troublemaker dagger. Lightning duelist. Here we go, like so. And the reason I'm swapping these around is because this is the least favorite weapon. So from best to worst. And best being arbitrary. It's only a +2 weapon. But remember, I can make it a +5 weapon on my own. The fact that it's a speed weapon and it does necrotic damage. That's the real selling point here. So again, an extra attack around and some extra loving besides. Now this one here, we switch over to it. Notice, of course, we're at a bonus to our swing, but also a penalty to our swing because we're 2-weapon wielding. That's okay. This can handle it because it is a +5 weapon. And because it's a +5 weapon, I can enchant it any number of ways now, where I don't have to worry about the pluses because, again, I can't make it an enhancement better than +5, technically speaking. There is a trick around that, and the trick, just to sum it up real quick, is make it a Bane weapon. It only takes 1 enhancement point for me to make it a Bane weapon, and we can enhance this right now all the way up to a +5, so we have 5 points to spend. So if Bane only takes 1 point, that leaves me 4 points tantalizingly free to do whatever the fuck I want. I can make it a flaming weapon again, I can make it a cold weapon, I can make it an electric weapon, a Bane weapon, that's 4, and then make it a keen weapon besides to jump up the crit range from 19 to 20 to 17, 18, 19, 20, which of course would be something I would probably do. If you don't like that, a Bane weapon is a solid upgrade. Still do that one. And the other 4 points, that brilliant energy ability, we have that. That's the ability to make my swing with this weapon be a touch attack. So instead of it being something that's going to worry about their armor and their shield, no, it cuts right through it like it's butter. Only thing it doesn't work on when you use the brilliant energy buff is undead. So be real, and constructs. So make sure you're not swinging at a construct or undead, and you'll be fine. So this is an amazing upgrade for me, having something that's a +5 weapon, just period. So this one's still nice, don't kid yourself, but remember, I want it to be a +5 weapon. So that's 3 points, the temporary enhancement points that I'd need to bring this +2 up to a +5. That again only leaves me 2 more points then to do whatever I want. Well, again, Bane, that's something I'd slap on that. That's again 1 point right there. What's the other one that I want to upgrade? Probably the Keen, again, double the crit range. That's a takes a point. And that's it. So I have a +5 speed necrotic longsword, +5 Bane, and Keen. And that's all I can really do for it. Now, yes, I could take the Keen away and give it something else like Fire or Ghost Touch or, whatever. You get the idea. But you definitely want to have Bane on it almost every time once you have access to Bane. Bane's kind of your go-to buff. Okay? But we're getting into theoretical stuff. Let's get back to our game. So we're doing pretty good here. Go back to see what people have to say about that. Espionage +1. Culture +1. We got rank ups for Storyteller again. Boy, he's really eager. And now we have an Espionage rank up, but he's busy. We'll definitely get that underway, though. Scouting Glenabon, we can do that too, but again, that's a 15-day. Is that what I saw? Yeah, 15 days, and that would take us beyond the end of the month, and I don't want to do that. I really need to start doing these ones. That's just something that's not going to happen, though. And we have nothing to go there. Let's actually do one of these. First, what kind of rank up am I going to do? Nope. Maybe. Maybe. He's already at 9, though. Getting it to 10 is nice, but it's not of crucial importance. He's at 9 already as well. He's busy. He's busy. He could go from 8 to 9. So it'd really be Jubilost. It would really be Jubilost or him. I want to get the 8s to the 9s sooner than later. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So it wouldn't be Reg. And it wouldn't be Tristan. Now, why is that important? Well, because if it frees those 2 slots up, and again, there can only be one of these 2 at a time, so it'll free up another slot here in a moment. But, again, I have the potential to do this. I think we've scouted everything that we've done, though. So it's not something that interests me. But this, he could do. And he'll pass it. There's no check to it. He will pass it. So 45 days later and we'll be done. Downside is, like I said, they'll waste him for this month and next month. There's nothing I can do about that. Is there anything else we could do instead, though? He's busy. And he's busy. So really it'd be that or the scouting Glenabon. Let's have him scout Glenabon. Screw it. Get it over with. It's 15 days. It will end him for this month. He won't be able to do jack shit. But for next month, he'll be available again. We had an update letting us know that the curse is about upon us, which usually means it's got a month, I want to say. Just making sure that we have something to do in this list or the other list up here, which is the companion quests. All current, looks good. We still have, of course, to finish the Stolen Lands. That's a nasty fight coming our way. We may not actually beat that by the end of this game, though. It just depends on if it gives us the opportunity to go back, because it may be on rails at a certain point, and I don't know that. So, you know, if we don't, we don't. It would be nice if we did, though. It is a tough-ass fight, so I'm not expecting it to be easy, but we could totally put together a team, I think, and kick its ass eventually. Yeah, we got 22 days. So we have about 14 days in is when it really chimes in and says, holy shit, what are you doing? So we got another 7 days, and that'll put us at 15 days, and we'll be fine. So we can rank up one more time. So let's do that save. Who do we want? Curator. He's at a 24 now. He's crushing it. Very nice. Jubilos, he's at a 22. And more Jubilos means more money. Because his economy of 8 is limiting to anything that's above 8. See how it's only giving us 8 BP a week? So that's the thing. It has to be equal to or less than economy. And economy's at an 8, so anything above it is only giving us an 8. If I rank him up to a 9, that gives us 1, 2, 3 more BP points back and another BP point from economy going to 9. So that's a thing. And I like economy. But I also like culture. So I think we'll hold off. And we're doing fine on the BP right now. I mean, we're not remotely hurting here. We're getting gobs and gobs of money right now. So let's do a quick save. Rank him up one last time, buddy. Okay. Culture rank 9. Triumph. Disrupted harmony. The druids guided by the high priest significantly altered the landscape surrounding the settlement and its architecture. This has already been a blessing for the harvest and has lifted the people's souls, making them happier and more cheerful. +2 to community, +2 loyalty, +6 divine. Righty. We have training, and that is strengthening the storyteller skill as a curator again. Trippy, that they keep asking him to get an upgrade. Dude's already crushing it. Trey needs your help. And again, we're not going to be able to pass that this month because she's busy. Yep. So, quick save of that. Go to the throne room. What you got to say for yourself, storyteller? Maestro. Messis opera has finally been staged, Your Highness. The premiere was a success. Both the audience and the critics were quite satisfied. Some noted that the production might have been a bit more grandiose, but I do not think the work would have benefited from that. Might have been a bit more grandiose. Oh, okay, so it could have been better, is what he's saying. But I do not think the work would have benefited from that. I would say that the young composer has a long and illustrious career ahead of him. Okay, so we didn't screw anything up here. He did what we wanted, which was, help fund him a little bit. Not enough to, really influence him, but people thought that we did a good job. If we had funded him both times, this probably would be a problem, but he would not have liked it, remember? He specifically, every time, with the exception of that very last time, did not want to fund him at all. He's like, oh, we don't want to stifle his creativity. Yeah, we certainly won't want to feed the starving artist, you jackass. So, we didn't once. The second time we did. The third time when he said it's okay to help him out, we helped him out. Economy +4, stability +4, 2 BP each week, just from a freaking opera? Hell yeah. Support the curator's endeavors, the next upgrade for him. Dora, I wish to commend you for the great fulfillment we're witnessing under your rule. I speak of art, that most fanciful and gentle flower only a ruler can truly grow. Perhaps not all of your subjects' creations flatter you, but this is merely an indication that the artists enjoy as much freedom in your lands as they like, which they should. As long as they kiss my ass. Once only bandits and peasants lived here, but now a beautiful city has sprung up full of energy and the sound of music. I have not always agreed with the decisions you make, but I am happy that I was able to take part in the rebirth of the Stolen Lands. Well, thanks, buddy. I'm cool with that. Again, we want to check to make sure there's nothing been dropped in our kitty. Nope. Alright, so now we should be at 15 days. Yeah, so since we may not have rested, let's take a look at our book. Yeah, we got some spells that are falling off. So we need to rest up, and I want to get our spells back in play. What might I want? I like having a web spell every now and again, and we seem to be immune to... Whoa, what the hell happened to me? I have the intensified ability. I'm seeing if there's anything in here that I can intensify. It's possible that you can intensify, say, something like Stone Call or Acid Arrow. Acid Arrow at least makes sense. However, it doesn't work, I don't think. Same with Scorching Ray. It does 4d6 of damage, not 4d6 because you have caster level 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it said that, it'd be 1d6 of damage per caster level, maximum of 4d6. That would be a spell you can intensify. The fact that it says every 4 levels you get an extra ray, you would think that would be what intensify does. It gives you a 4th ray. It does not. So the game doesn't know this, and therefore it tries to slap in there the intensified. Same with this one. There's nothing that can be intensified by this goddamn thing. It's 4d6 period. Every time you use it, from start to finish, it never gets any worse, never gets any better. So it can't be intensified. And it's because these of the mod that I'm using that we have the intensified meta magic ability. The game doesn't really know where to slap these things all the time. So it says you can do it, and again, I can make one. So if I go meta magic and intensify the thing, it's a level 3 spell, and it's waiting for me right there. But it's useless. It's the exact same spell as the one at level 2, just at 1 level higher. So that's a waste for 1, and 2, I think that's cheating, so I'm not going to do that. Having said that, though, there's nothing that I need up here. Again, the only one that could possibly be intensified that might make sense is, in my opinion, Acid Arrow. And again, that's because of the rounds per level. Other than that, it's always 2d4 of damage. And I believe I've tested this before, and it does not work. So, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't test it the right way, because again, it's level 18 is the cap. There's no real level 21 and on up, really. There's a way to do it, but I'm not going to invest in it to test it out. If that works, you might get 1 extra tick out of it. So again, it's not worth doing as far as putting it over here so I can make a level 3 spell. So what am I going to do? Well, I like the ones we have right now. And Vampiric Touch is a staple for me because of the ability to channel it through my weapon. You notice I don't have Stinking Cloud and I don't have Displacement. Stinking Cloud comes in super handy sometimes. This is actually quite an amazing spell because if your team's immune to poison, which we routinely are, and in our kingdom we always are, you can slap that shit down and fight in the cloud, and the bad guys that aren't immune are puking their guts out. So that's a solid upgrade. Over here, damage-wise, is usually what level 4 is about. Now, again, I can go Dimension Door twice, because sometimes it comes in handy. Teleport you and your team to the other side of the combat field, or just you to the other side to flank somebody. Perfect, good option. Other stuff that's in here, though, Greater Fizz. You'll notice that we don't have but 1 use of it. Might as well get 2. Other than that, I can get an intensified lightning bolt, but that's 15d6 of damage. And you're like, well, why wouldn't you want that? Because I have, as you can see here, an intensified dragon's breath. That's instead of 12d6 of damage right now for me because I'm level 19. I can actually get that to 5 levels higher to 17d6 of damage. That's better than this, and it can be electric, it can be acid, it can be fire, it can be cold. It's my choice. This is nice. This is something that I'd rather do. I really think that we should probably have Innervation on our list. And now that I think about it, we had Shout a moment ago. Let's actually put Shout back on that list. There's a reason for wanting Shout. Shout has no spell resistance. It says there's no spell resistance for Dragon's Breath. That is a lie. That's a damn shame. But this one definitely does not have that problem. Now, it doesn't do shit all for damage. It's not the point. If you're not relying on it for its ability to kill things, it is actually a decent spell. AoE, not teammate friendly, but the stun condition is nice, and the ability to straight up hurt somebody is pretty decent as well. Remember, with my Rod of Flaming Vengeance, I actually do fire damage with all my spells, whether I want to or not. So as long as that's in my kitty, on my belt, then I really have that problem. This Shout turns into fire damage, but I don't care. It's still not affected by spell resistance, is the point. Here, Control Fireball can do 15d6 of damage. You see we already got 1, but remember, these guys are already 15d6 of damage. That one, and even Fire Snake. So do I really need to have that one? Well, yes, because while this one's teammate friendly, so is this. Now they're the same damage anyway, Yes, this is a higher DC check than this one. There's that caveat. So this is one higher because it is a level 5 spell proper. This one's still considered level 4. But this one's easier to place than this tight little beam of Fire Snake. So I like having those. And that's the real reason I have that. Now, if that's not your thing, again, we are immune to poison. Cloud Kill is an amazing spell. You can stand in that cloud. It won't hurt you or your team at all because you're immune to poison. The downside is, for Cloud Kill, it drifts away from you. So every combat round is going to slide a little bit away from you. And again, you can reposition yourself, face the other way so it drifts in the opposite direction, and then you can kind of control it that way. But it's very fiddly. I'd just rather have damage. Level 6. The reason for these upgrades, by the way, I forgot to do this when we drank our potion from Bakken. That gave us a lot of extra spells a day. From here, I don't see anything wrong with getting in more of the same. But we could have Acidic Spray doing 20 d6 of damage by the end of our build. It's pretty impressive. Cone of Cold could be 20 d6 of damage. And Acidic Spray is more important for me because of two things. There is a spell resistance that kind of sucks, but if they fail their save, 20 d6 of damage is the first tick. The second tick, the very next round after that, is half that. So 20 d6 then would be 10 d6. So that's technically a spell that can do 30 d6 of damage. You see the appeal. I would love Dragonkind. However, as a Sword Saint, I turn into a form and I lose my sword. And therefore I lose all my buffs for having the Sword Saint abilities. That's bad. I could get Transformation. Nothing wrong with that too. Matter of fact, let's do that. And again, yes, I know I have that sword that allows me to do it once a day. But this is at full casting ability. 19 rounds of buff. So a solid choice. Okay, now the reason we did all that was because we have about a day or so waiting for the curse to pop. 14 days, and then it's going to give us the heads up. So I want to rest, get all my spells back. See why I did that? So now we can hop out of here, and it's yeah, do that, and just check to make sure there's nothing in the kitty again, just because. Still normal. Go here, get the heads up that it's been 14 days and the curse is upon us, or, and that's the curator's last rank up, or it's still 15 days. Yeah, it's 15 days, 5 hours. So what we need to do then, instead of burning 7 days, that could be a problem for us. We need to skip a day. Here it is. Battle for the Bald Hilltop. And this is why we do this, okay? Just so we're real clear on this. Every day we don't do this is a problem. Notice how it's one day to solve the problem. That's a rare thing in this game. And, holy shit, man. It's a really high DC check, so this is where your coins are going, and we want to pass it. We will scum save, so I can do 55. That's good enough. But we got plenty of coins. Might as well use them. Start that event. And again, we're going to fail this one because, like I said, she's not going to be available until next month. And I got a feeling the moment it turns to the month 7 that this will go away. It'll say that you missed your opportunity. Let's prove it to ourselves. And all we have to do for this is skip another day. Triumph. Ancient Curse Part 7 is upon us. Minister spies easily captured the cultist leader and handed him over to the Dwarven authorities. They were awarded a dozen lock-picking sets, masterly crafted from a secret Dwarven alloy. Oh my. Relations +2, espionage +3, 150 BP. Damn, Micken, you're not supposed to be making me money, but I appreciate it. Battle for the Bald Hilltop. Success. Or at least we passed it anyway. Kingdom managed to persevere and enjoys peace once again. Divine +8, Arcane +5. And again, that's the reason you don't want to let that drift too long is the Serene would actually go away to Stable. Stable would go to Worried, and on down it goes. So now that that's done, you would say, well, let's rank up. No. You actually done everything you needed to do to go kick the curse's ass. It's time to go kick the curse's ass. You always want to make sure that you do that 1 day problem, which is what we just solved. Get to the Bald Hilltop, and you got less than 14 days to do it now. So again, perfect opportunity for us to go over there and kick his ass. And I still have yet, by the way, to figure out what the hell this honor and duty is. Some consider knights looking for new recruits to fight a war. Demons in the world wound heroes, and some dangerous fanatics. Whose side will the king take? I have no idea how to solve this, guys. The decision has been made. The kingdom became an ally of Mendev, and the subjects of the king will join the armies of knights. But what about those who were against the missionaries of Mendev? No idea. They're going to have to suck it up and deal, I guess. So now we take our team to go kick the final curse's ass. Again, I assume this is the final curse based on what everyone's told me. My advisors, of course, is what I'm talking about. Everyone's told me that this is it. I have no reason to change the team. We have great teammates here. There's nothing wrong with bringing anyone else, but this has been our core team for a while. I see no reason not to take the core team. Everyone's buffed. We know what kind of gear they have, what kind of spells they have. And again, it gives us a chance to have a little fun again with the core group. So, from here, we hop on out. We head on over to the bald hilltop and buff up once inside and kick its buttocks. This is the... Actually, what is it? That's weird. The red exclamation point usually means there's something to do there. Increase the ranks. Oh, screw you, man. I'm doing fine. Okay. Entrevu. And let's see. We have 6 people in a pit. Because we have Ekin with us. We have Doggo with us. Okbo. So, we will make sure everybody's buffed. This is going to be a hard fight, more likely than not. It is the quote-unquote last one, like we said. And then from there, the game's not over. Don't kid yourself. We're not remotely done. I just want to get away from the little button over there. I have a tendency of clicking it when I'm buffing people up. So first things first, it's been a while since we've been on anybody's character, so we need to make sure, that they shut off their meta magic rods. Because we have a habit of
our time has come.
Clicking those things by mistake. So she has an intensified and a quicken one. And I'm going to actually take away the cold spell bomb and slap that down in there because it is more important to me.
Yes.
Jubilast, he has nothing. I'll shut him off of that for the time being. He has his, see that the Leviathan's gift was on for him. And we also want to slap that greater intensified meta magic rod on here, over here as well. This literally allows him to maximize any spell for level 6 on down. And this allows him to intensify any spell level 9 on down. If they can be intensified and, of course, maximized. That's important. I don't know that you can't combine those two, though. That's actually quite an important distinction. I wonder if we can do that and get an intensified, maximized spell this way. Because remember, it's not a rod twice. It's a rod and a cloak. That's worth testing out at some point. We will actually do that in this fight. If I remember. He has, of course, his quivers. This is the infinite use quiver. That's why it only has the one. All these other ones burn up very quickly, but they add extra damage to his arrow. So we got sonic damage and frost damage. Very nice frost damage. We're missing another 1 or 2. They never made us the other quivers. I haven't asked for them, quite frankly. But that's something of interest to you. Make sure to grab those things. So let's buff myself up with some shield spell, blur, image. Why don't I have my sense of vittles? Did I forget to put that in my spell book? Oh, that's what fell off. Ah, son of a bee. Well, let that be a lesson to me. I was wondering what was missing from there. Somehow it fell off my character. Let's get my wings on. Give her wings. Good enough for now. Oh, actually, I take that back. I want to have true seeing on my character because it's an amazing buff. Now she's going to get Shield of Faith for the 3 of us. The front 3. She'll grab, let's get her weapon of all for her weapon. We never do it. We keep forgetting that it's above. Magical Vestment for armor. It's the only one of these 2 spells that works. It says it does shield and armor. The shield buff doesn't work. Or maybe my mods are causing it to break, I don't know. But it's not working as intended. I want to make sure we have Death Ward on the 3 of us. Now, pausing the game real quick so we don't burn up our enchantments while I talk about this. Notice that we also have the ability to buff up like crazy. We actually put something on here called Divine Power. She also has Righteous Might. And we have a heal spell, cleanse, harm, and the secrets. Oh, she has the secrets of the Serum. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that they gave that to her because it's a level 8 spell, I think, for Tristan, or level 7. So the fact that she has it for free at level 6 is pretty badass. And we don't know what this one does. So you see this? Secret of Subduing. There's 5 different choices. Secret of Subduing. Secret of Hooking and Summoning. Oh my. Secret of Quelling Disasters. Secret of Accomplishment. Secret of Increasing Benefits. Let's actually read up on this, shall we? Oh, here, let's do it this way. In our spell book, it's got to be there, right? Yeah. Does it tell us anything? Oh, it doesn't say anything. God, that sucks. The reason that sucks is by doing this, you can't right-click it and read it. To right-click it means cast it. Secret of Subduing. Let's see what it does tell us, though. The secret subdues all hostile creatures within range. Humanoid creatures whose number of hit dice is less or equal to half your caster level, maximum of 10, lose their will to fight completely, leaving their worldly possessions and weapons on the spot, and leave to travel the world seeking salvation. And then other shit happens. And it's a will saving throw. Not affected by spell resistance, no less. Secret of Hooking and Summoning. All enemies within 30 feet of the burst centered on the caster. No spell resistance again. This secret banishes extraplanar creatures, forcing them out of your home plane. It acts like banishment spell, banishing as many as 2 hit dice of creatures per caster level. The DC of the spell is increased by 2 against creatures of chaotic alignment. That's fucking awesome. Secret of Quelling Disasters. This is an ally buff. 1 minute per level will partial save. Why would there be a partial save for her? This secret allows you to avoid a disaster that would have otherwise occurred. Whenever you or any of your friendly creature within the area of effect fails a saving throw during the secret's duration, but would have succeeded with an insight bonus equal to your caster level, the saving throw succeeds and the effect of the secret blah blah blah. We can't read the rest. Son of a bitch. I hate that. I really don't like the fact that you can't read this shit. Universalist. Secret of Accomplishment. Teammate 1 again. The secret allows you to succeed in a task you would otherwise have failed. Whenever you or other friendly creature within your effect fails a skill check. Basically, it sounds like it gives us an extra chance for a skill check. This one sounds like it's a saving throw bonus, skill bonus, and what is this one? You and your other friendly creature in the area get +6 competence bonus on all ability checks with their highest ability score, or an ability score tied to the highest. That seems pretty goddamn specific. But a +6, that's pretty damn good. Not quite as good as I thought the other ones would be, but whatever. I do like the other 2. The Subduing and the Hooking and Summoning one.
No
we'll have to
one
look at that
stands
in a
in
minute.
my way.
Back to our characters. Upgrade you. And blur. Why don't you have mirror image on anymore? Son of a bitch, man. What the hell is going on with everybody's spells falling off them? See this crap? Okay. What would you have had here? I don't even know. Poop. Poop, I say. I have Raven Vehement script. And then here for level 2, I'd probably grab just another one of those damn snowballs, let's be honest. They're pretty awesome. Level 3, I'd probably grab another one of those bone shakers. 4, Enemy Dead, I'm fairly certain was my choice, but I'll take a Battering Blast, I guess. This time around. 5, Dragon's Breath, amazing spell, it's intensified. Here we'll take, she's got transformation already on her list too, very nice. I can do an intensified shadow evocation that gives us a lot of utility. Cone of Cold, Fire Snake, Acidic Spray, all that jazz. But she's a ray caster, right? So Hellfire Ray probably all the way. Although I could do Cold Ice Strike for like an instant screw you spell. And she is undead. Necromancer. So Circle of Death, Banshee Blast, or Eye Bite, or she doesn't have it yet. The other one, the Undeath to Death spell, or all necromancy spells. She specializes in that. So let's actually give her Circle O Death. That's dangerous because it's not teammate friendly, but it's definitely a spell that we'd want to have on her person. Has he got all his? Okay, he's good. But you, nope. Son of a bee, man. What the hell happened? This is irritating. I'm not gonna fix everybody like that right now. That's just gonna take forever.
My skills are getting rusty.
Blast. Drink your potion. Your mutagen. Yourself shield spell. We need to check everyone for bark skin. Who needs it? I have natural armor enhancement +4 already. Don't need it. She has natural armor enhancement +5 from her amulet. She doesn't need it. She's got the boots +4. She doesn't need it. Jubilos, do you need it? He's got +3 from this head, from the headpiece he's wearing. So he could use it. It'd be a +2 increase. He could definitely use it. And Ekin has his own. So Ekin can cast his own bark skin on himself.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Okay. Mixed it up. I thought I was selecting Ekin to cast it. He wasn't casting it from himself. Jubilos cast it on him. That's why I'm hopping around a little bit here. But he has a shield spell on him now. Yes. Let's give a shield spell on these two guys, because they can't cast it on themselves. Gives them a nice buff. We'll give them Expeditious Repeat each. Super Zippy. Give yourself Heroism, buddy. Getting around a lot easier. Freedom of movement for me. Get yourself Blur on for the back ranks. I don't need it on the third guy because he has the ability to do this one. Let's get him a great long stride. Your own freedom of movement for Tristan has his own. Self-Death War for Jubilost. Yourself, Tristan. Give your magical armor investments. Shield of Faith for back ranks. Bless us. Protect us from fear. I don't think we even need that actually, but I don't care. I just thought of something.
You require my
assistance? The protection from electricity, because Val's people that she summons has a tendency to spam electricity shit on us. Seen Viz for the team. Communal Stone Skin for the team. Give wings to her. Give Airwalk to yourself. And Tristan. And once you give your pet the ability to do acid damage with his bites, make him bigger and stronger and tougher and all that jazz. Instant enemy.
Spell not working.
Well, that works on an actual target. Okay. Buff your bow then. Alright, and now we do the extra special buffs. So here's Sense Vitals for him. These are the short duration ones. So I've paused the game so that he'll cast that on himself. He has Divine Power. That's not something he likes to use, but he could use it because it does buff his ability to attack, I believe. And that would work on his weapon or any of his race spells. So let's do that one. Jubiloth, you have Haste for the party. You, madam, have Sense Vitals, because why the hell not?
I will not falter.
You have Divine Power. I can also do Righteous Might. You have... where is it at? Greater Invis for yourself. Yeah, that was a cloud of shit. Casts Greater Invis on her, so she can be invisible and get all her sneak attack love. And then you, madam, cast your Righteous Might on yourself. Right. I feel pretty good about this fight. How about you guys? Let's go do it. Last curse kicking ass time.
Dispatch those fools!
Aha. This is the Wild Hunt problem. And this is not the only place you fight these guys, but these are the guys that do touch attacks. So, if anyone tells you that to beat the game you really need to have a good touch armor class, this is why they're talking about that. Because they really attack well, and then their attacks from distance anyway are race spells. So you see the touch attack, and he did hit me. Little bastard on one of this, not that one, but on the other one. But it hit my illusory self, which is why you heard the little noise of it disappearing. So it says miss. Actually, how the hell did he hit me? Seems weird. He should have straight up missed me. No wonder. Anyway, here we are. We're attacking. Note this. For our initiative roll, I hit a 39. That's freaking amazing. and it's the highest one on that list. And then we were talking to a guy that managed to get a goddamn 30, and I still trumped him by 9 extra points. That's pretty solid. So again, more likely than not that I will be first every chance I can get. And of course, true to Brother Mutant fashion, forgot to buff my weapon because I'm a tard man. 5-foot stutter step and kill this guy.
will hurt.
Alright, Eliza's turn. She has to do a 5-foot stutter step. She has an increased reach because we have Righteous Might on her. That's a bigger size category. Just to briefly show you that one. See the size bonus, Righteous Might? It stacks with the belt that she has, making her strength better, making her attacks better. And she gets an extra attack around thanks to, what the hell is it called? Divine Power. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks in a fucking round. How does that make sense? I mean, hold on, let's do some math on this. The 3 is normal for her. 1, 2, 3. That's her normal. Okay? She has a greater speed weapon on. That's her, Sai, the Steel Wind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then she gets another one because she's Flurry of Blows, because she's a monk dip. So that makes sense for 6. So where's the 7th coming from? It's either from Power Attack or from Haste. And I don't think it's from Haste, because Haste should not stack with Steel Wind for the greater speed buff. That shouldn't stack. I don't know that off the top of my head, but again, one of those two is basically giving her an extra attack. So again, that's a lot of attacks in the combat round. But we're going to do the 5-foot stutter step just to make sure
Strike as one.
that she can get all of her attacks in the combat round. He did not seem to like that very much. That's pretty good, kid. Proto's turn. Now she's not close enough to do her 5-foot stutter step and get into the fray, but she can come up here and just poke dude. And since she's getting sneak attack damage, I'll let her do it. She has a solid hit to do with flat-footed because, again, she's invisible, and greater invis at that. So she's, for the next minute 47 seconds, they're not going to be able to see her unless they have some special ability to allow them to see her. So she's going to be able to flat-footed catch just about everybody unawares. Now, if that weren't bad enough, we have Mecha Dio here to just murder shit. He gets sneak attack if it's applicable. Like so. Okay, now a new combat round started, and again, surprisingly, they're letting Eliza go first. I'm not sure what that's about. Because I have a 39, see that? I should be on this list. I should be the goddamn first on that list. So I don't know why they let Eliza go first and me not so much. But whatever, it's what it is. Here's Vildervan. Vildervan. Do we know anything about you? Let's take a look at you. Ah, True Seeing. So invisible ain't gonna do shit. Freedom of movement, power attack. It's a Fey, so his bow, his arrows are actually pretty damn useful. Got a lot of HP and a nice spell resistance. So we just need to bludgeon him to death. And of course, damage reduction except for cold iron and magic weapons. So that's not bad. And even got damage reduction unless it's a good weapon. So either way we go here, these guys are going to be resistant to our attacks. So that's going to be a thing. But we have ways around that. So 5-foot stutter step.
Do not
Toki
hold
Toki
back.
time. It's a surprise round, so she only gets 1 attack. So you see how they have 2 things here instead of 3. That's why you're seeing that. Tristan, I can move up here. I want to see what we got over here. There's 2 of the same guys. Okay, so it's not a named character. I thought it might be. Oh, did I click on him? Or is he under effect? No, it doesn't appear to be.
Cannot hide from me.
That's weird. Jubilost, finally your chance to shine, buddy. Do some bombs. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Why are you so sneaky? Oh my, the Lesser Jabberwocks. Now these little bastards, these guys are rough. First, let's take a look at this. They regenerate. True Seeing, so are invisible, doesn't do shit. They're considered dragons, chaotic evil dragons at that. They're huge. Makes me want to wish I had Lindsay's crossbow here with us, but that's okay. Decent amount of XP for them and massive amount of HP. We already mentioned they're regenerating, but most of the touch armor is piss. So their armor is not bad. Their touch armor is crap. So race spells, race spells, race spells. But look at what they're resistant to. Acid, electric, and sonic, which is rare as shit. and immune to fire. Well, what does that leave, class, for our race spells? Well, how about cold? Like nice little snowball spells? Sounds like a plan. Jubilos is done with his turn. Shut that off. Jubilos done with his turn. Dorraj's gonna run up and try to do some shit. Ukbo, why don't you just come up here and flank this fool? Dorraj's turn. Now we're finally into it. I'm gonna have that on because I missed that last time. 5-foot stutter step. Kill this thing. I'm getting that extra damage too. You gotta love all that. Oh yeah. Take that damage and like it, bastard. Divine negative and force damage all in one swing. And then the extra damage from the weapon. So the slashing damage, the negative, and the force damage for one swing. So that's a really nice screw you. This is clearly a glitch. I don't care. I'm taking it. But it's a nice glitch. Eliza's turn. Now, Eliza, what might you do? 5-foot star step. Can you get this
We
fool?
shall overcome.
Oh, that'll do. I'll come over here so we can flank that fool. Tristan, why don't you hold up? Let's do our Greater Intensified Metamagic Rod and our Maximized Leviathan's Gift. This is the robe he's wearing. See if this works. A level 6 spell. The question will be, is it intensified and is it full damage? So we need a spell that's level 4, 5, or 6 that can do that. And here's an example of one. Flame Strike. Okay. We can intensify it, making it a maximum of 20d6. He will not be able to get it to 20d6 because he's not level 20 yet. But it should be 19d6 because of the rod. Then if it does full damage, we'll know that it does full damage because of this. Okay, so let's see if this actually works. That's this guy here. Put that down. 30 and 30. I'd say that's maximized. Oh, and he did get 20d6. How are you getting 20d6, bro? That did work. That's pretty. Oh, here's how. Forgot he had the amulet on. His forecaster level's higher than normal. So that allows him to cast it as if he's level 22, technically speaking. Which is why I capped out at 20. Because of the intensified. But again, that's nice. And that's solid damage we just did that doofus for. That's 60 damage. Now, this one was immune. But because we failed to overcome the spell resistance. So that's not Tristan's fault. It's just a thing that happens. I was expecting to do half damage. Because, as you saw, half was fire and half was divine. While he's immune to fire, he's not immune to the divine. So I was hoping to get 30 to hit that son of a bitch. But oh well. Good enough for me, good enough for Recovery. Now, Proto-Lich's turn, on the other hand. This is where we get pissy with this jackass. So here we go. We have the ability to... Rod of the Fearless. Set this up. Remember, acid immunity, electric immunity, I think, and sonic. But cold... Was that on the list? No. Sneak attack fails to overcome the spell resistance, but it's just because she sneak attacks, she still did damage to it. So that's a little weird that the game allows that. But let's actually try this one now, see if we can do this, because there is no spell resistance for a snowball spell. Take damage, bastard. Oof. Sneak. We got the full sneak on that. 11d6 plus 11 with her. Holy shit, that's nice. 10d6 of damage for the spell itself, plus 4 more. That's pretty nice as well. Not sure what the plus 4 is from. I mean, plus 1 from not sneak attack, from point blank shot makes sense, but not the other 3. Yeah, I ain't gonna say no to it. But oh, it's empowered. Maybe that's part of it. No, that can't be it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Lots of damage was the point, and it's vulnerable to cold, which I didn't know. So it did more damage than that even. So I think 50% more is what that means. So you take those two numbers and then you add them together and do 50% more damage because of the vulnerability. That's just mean. That soup's mean. How close to death is that thing now? Well, halfway down. Ekin, kill this fool. Jabberwock ding dong. That's the name of that too. Oh, and he even decided his little friend. Wow, I think the fight's over already, guys. We got one guy left to kill. And Jubilos is going to hand this for us. Like so. Wow, that was a nothing fight. That was just cake. That was just pretty. Oh, we're getting off the bodies. Anything cool? Keen Falchion plus 5. Hi. And that was it. That is all she wrote. We have something here that was to say. The portal to the first world was destroyed. It will probably never operate again. Fragment of an ancient pillar.
I'm off.
Alright. Quick save that mess. I believe we are done with that curse. Now the question is if that portal's done, how the hell are we going to get to fight Nerissa? I thought the whole goal was for us to go through the portal. Maybe another portal opens up somewhere else? Well, we have to figure that out. Anywho, that part's done, and we go back to our kingdom and wait for news, I guess. We could, of course, still go to Tenabur Steps and finish it off. But we'll get there in a moment. I want to deal with this stuff first. It's more important that I do the kingdom stuff to me. So, throne room. Oh, here we go. Lindsay, your comrades and advisors are gathered around the throne in breathless silence. Lindsay is the first to dare speak. I guess it's about time my book reached its culmination, or its finale. Messengers have arrived from, well, all over the kingdom, really. The bloom has started everywhere. Monsters have appeared in every forest, behind every corner, and every nook and cranny. What we went through before was like a bed of roses compared to this. If we don't do something, the kingdom will simply collapse. We learned a lot about Nerissa while traveling through her dreams. I think she's almost done gathering grains of dust for her damn cup. Pitax has fallen, and your kingdom is the last thing standing in the way of her apology. She's done waiting. We need to do something, and fast. I think we need to head out on our most heroic campaign yet. We talked it over, and it seems like our best chance to reach Nerissa is through the Thousand Voices on the western border of Pitax. It's been completely overtaken by the bloom, and it seems to be the place where the first world is currently the closest to ours. Lindsay again with her big bag of words, and as helpful as ever. I know what to do. Go kick that green witch's ass. Bam! She's gone, and we're heroes. It is a time of great woe, but of great hope as well. Who the hell's Ivandra? Path to the first world is open. This is your chance to reach my fallen sister and settle your dispute over the stolen lands once and for all. Oh, one of her sisters. Trouble at the gates of peaceful villages. I hear the cries of children and prayers for help as though they were right here. Everyone's so serious. Pfft. Let me put it simply. We need to do some housekeeping. Cut some lawns, burn some fallen leaves, and get rid of some vermin. Ha ha. The end times there. My heart rejoices. Such a sad sack. It's all in our hands now. The threat may be great, but you've been fighting Nerissa for a long time now, Dora. You have the best chance of stopping her once and for all. Nerissa, huh? I've been itching to tear the petals off that flower for quite a while. What do we know of the Thousand Voices and what awaits us there? I've helped Nerissa move between planes and portals long enough to assume there must be a door in the Thousand Voices that leads to her own that thing in the first world. Many beasts served Nerissa, and you would be hard-pressed to find more dangerous ones. She has even created some semblances of one of the Tane, the oldest chained beasts. You must prepare to meet all these monsters along your way, either in the Thousand Voices or in the first world, should we make it there. Basically, this is telling you to fucking buff up and grab your bestest gear. One thing is clear, it won't be easy. Not for us, or for the kingdom. I hope something's left to celebrate our heroic return. 2. Lindsay hides a sniffle by pretending to rub her nose. Will you travel with us, Avendra? The Nereid closes her eyes and sighs softly. Yes, of course. My duty now is to fight the evil that has enslaved Nerissa, but I will not be traveling in the typical way with you. You are aware that creatures of the first world return to life in their homeland if they die somewhere the bloom is especially strong, yes? I'll find such a place and end my life there, thus returning to the first world. I will meet you there. This way I'll be able to bypass the portal guards, learn more of Nerissa's plans, make preparations. Death is not a pleasant prospect, and it will take much of my strength, but it could give us a significant advantage. Take care and wish me luck. Nerissa has tormented my kingdom and all the stolen lands for too long. It's our turn now. A ruler's duty is to end their kingdoms. I can't do the voice. A ruler's duty is to end their kingdom's afflictions, and our duty is to follow you, Dora. Yes, that green creep's hunted us for too long. Time to trade places. Seems we have a promising expedition to the depths of the first world ahead of us. If in the course of our research we render a dozen monsters and one particularly annoying nymph to compost, all the better. The time has come to end the 1,000-year reign of evil over the stolen lands, and I, as much as anyone, wish to help, and hopefully help repay my debts in the process. We'll be fine. We'll return and throw a huge feast, and we'll celebrate for a whole month, and then another month, and then on the next month, we'll just do nothing but rest, and get big and fat, like we're doing right now in this goddamn coronavirus, because Jesus Christ, I've put on weight. I'll finish my book, and they'll read it all across Galarian, and Lindsay gestures vaguely. I don't know what then, but it'll be even better. Yes, it will.
It was time to meet the real mistress of the Stolen Lands. The one who'd been pulling the strings to create and destroy kingdoms for ages now.
Little goat bastard. And the ugly-ass Jabberwocky. Okay. First things first. I want to save here. But, because this may prevent us from finishing the Stolen Lands, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up that last save before here when we were actually in the Bald Hilltop. No, I save right there. And do a hard save there. The reason for that is I don't want you guys to miss out on the opportunity to see that fight. We're not going to do it now, but we're going to go do this Nyrissa shit. If it lets us at some point come back and kick its ass, hey, great. If not, I'll at least have a hard save where we'll be as close to as high as the level we could be. Right? So what I'm going to do is make a hard save here and say, change the name and say, go to, what was it called again? DLC area. Good enough. I'll know what it means. Okay? Now, we've saved that. Let's save officially. And that will be my cue to bop my ass over there. Okay? We go back to our quick save, which is us back in the throne room. Remember, I just saved there a moment ago. So that conversation is done. And now we can go kick Nyrissa's butt. So, we're not doing that right now. And I know I just said that we weren't going to do the one thing. First, I want to check my throne, make sure there's not something that has to be done here, because that's important. I don't want to fail because, you know, I had like so many things done. Oh, look into the features. That one's failed. We knew that was going to be a thing. Your band's wait in the castle. Yep. Okay. Projects are still being done. Since we have nothing but time, and we're going to be on the open road anyway, I don't mind putting him on a curse. A lot of 90-day one. Learn about Armagh, buddy. Go ahead, do that thing. But quick save that mess. And the reason I say we're not doing anything right now is because we're actually going to cut the video here, because I want to redo everyone's spells. I want to redo everyone's gear, make sure we're loaded up like we should be, and I'll tell you who my team is tomorrow. So with that, my name is Brother Mean. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Who do you think should come with the team? Yes, it'll be too late because by tomorrow I'll have already decided. But I'd like to know your input on it. I'm telling you right now, the team is going to be the core team we've been using. If I have any say in the matter, it's going to be the same. The only possible exception is I could get rid of, say, Ekin, and of course Oakbow through extension, and take, say, Octavia. And the reason for that is she's so amazing with race spells and being a wizard of some renown. She's really, really, really good. And if I take, I know I still have it in my kitty here, the Grandmaster's Rod, and give it to her, if I need something to be hit, she's going to hit it. And that's my go-to. So again, that's why I like having her on the list. Yes, I can use the Grandmaster Rod myself. Yes, I could have her use it. I can have Tristan use it. Any number of people on my team could benefit from that shit. But she's the quote-unquote best. Her race spells are bar none better than anything we have going for us. And if I kit her out right, she'll be golden. So you may expect tomorrow that my team's going to be me, Tristan, Jubilost, my two mercenaries, which is Proto Lich and Eliza, and then Octavia as our sixth person. But with that, my name is Brother Mean. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.